Transformation, that's definitely the way I would describe it. When I was a kid, I grew up in the church to a certain degree, and then, over a number of different circumstances, I ended up falling away, had some difficulties with my parents, my mom had substance abuse problems. I moved in with my dad, who, his new wife had difficulty in adjusting to having a young boy in her life, and I think there was some mutual unmet expectations when it comes to that, and so I ended up feeling emotionally void in that relationship. And so that was difficult, and so for a period of about 10 years, I kind of lost my touch with God from the fact that my parents no longer were really going to a Christian household or weren't really going to a Christian service, and also I just, chose my adolescence differently. So ended up pursuing all that the world had to offer, really ran after the world pretty hard in college at the end of high school, pursued, everything that the world said at school, alcohol, money, women, anything that was supposed to bring fulfillment, but it was really an empty pursuit, a vain pursuit, nothing that really gave me with any sense of fulfillment. It was always about more, but that more never led to enough. So the change was a result of me really finding no answers and no fulfillment in the way that I was living. And I found myself broken and really with no hope. I ended up reaping consequences in a variety of different manners, from a legal perspective, from the substance abuse genes that my mom are in me, and I ended up having problems with alcohol, and the partying lifestyle ended up causing consequences with finances and with work. And so I ended up in a 28-day rehabilitative 12-step program and tried to do that for a number of months and just didn't really find it to be as transformative as I would have hoped. While it does provide help to a lot of people, for me it didn't really provide answers to a lot of the deep yearning that I had in my heart. And through the business community, actually, God placed a disciple in my life and was gently inviting me on a consistent basis to attend church, and I ended up doing so and really found a vibrant spirit within the people. They had something that I was longing for, a sense of peace, a sense of joy, a sense of fulfillment. And I realized that I could have fun with these people and not have to hold on to that old lifestyle in order to do so. And so through that, over a number of months, God just began to work in my heart. I started listening to different sermons, and the scripture became true that faith comes by hearing. Started to realize my brokenness and that God was the only way that I was ever going to find true fulfillment. And through a simple prayer, watching a shooting star, I said, God, I want to be a servant of yours. And he took away the alcohol, he took away the addiction, he took away a lot of the void that I had. He helped me to see my identity as a true child of God, not an identity that was based on performance, not an identity that was based on conditional love, but an identity that was secure and was just amazing to be able to experience that peace, that joy, that fulfillment that I never was able to find in pursuing the ways of the world. Respond to the invitations of people and be aware that God pursues us. He tells us that He's not going to leave us as orphans, but He is going to come after us, and God is likely coming after you. If you have something in your life that you are feeling is not fulfilling, then maybe the reason is because ultimately that's not what your destiny is. Your destiny is not to pursue the empty things of this world, but your destiny is for something of a greater degree of ultimate importance for eternity. And so God is going to use people. He's going to place them in your life, and He's going to call you. And the beauty is that you can come in your brokenness to Him. You can come to Him with a couple small fish and a couple loaves, and He will multiply your life. He will multiply the blessings, and He will just make you to understand that your true purposes and identity and your true fulfillment is going to come with a relationship in Jesus Christ. So I would say, if you're struggling with alcohol, if you're struggling with pornography, if you're struggling with pursuing women or money or anything, all of those things are vain pursuits that ultimately is not going to bring any happiness. It's going to be a lie that sells you that more is going to equal enough, but that enough is never going to come. And so God is the only way that you're ever going to really receive true satisfaction, true joy, true fulfillment. And He's likely placing people in your life to be able to give you that opportunity to embrace His love. My name is Matt, and that's my one story.